reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
You're listening to Lotro Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network, brought to you by Audible.com. Check out the newest audiobooks at audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. And by Doghouse Systems. Use the coupon code MMO Reporter at checkout and get a free solid-state drive with your next PC.
Welcome to Lotro Reporter, episode 299. Leonard just instant messaged me a dancing penguin.
Yep, he's waddling back and forth. It's awesome.
And he broke me already. And it's we haven't even started yet, Leonor. It's the cutest little penguin ever.
It is.
All right.
Dancing up a storm right there. He's like,
Yeah.
"Wook, wook, 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 wook."
All right, welcome everyone. I am your host, Carrie, in case I hadn't mentioned that, and I am joined as always by Leonor. This is episode 299. So
Yes.
This is the penultimate before 300. Not the end. We are not saying we're done at 300, but we're not.
What was that word that you just used?
Penultimate.
Wow.
It's a fancy word that people with PhDs use to mean the final version before the final. I'm using it to mean the final show before 300.
It makes my eyes cross. Okay.
Yeah, it's a PhD word.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a pretty good word.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a very
David
good
only
word to
hears
find out who
Leonor.
doesn't know what it means.
Okay, David only hears Leonor. Uh-oh, we have a problem then. Okay. We were talking about dancing penguins.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sure that conversation made absolutely no sense to the chat room, who was like, why is he going waka, 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 waka? All right. And I got to use a PhD word. And
Oh, wow.
that word is penultimate, for those of you who hadn't heard the other side of the conversation.
You guys missed so much.
But he's going to edit it all pretty, so start and listen to the first 35 seconds so you can hear both sides of the conversation.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. Welcome to episode 299. We have already gone off the rails.
Woo.
Yeah. So, Leonor, did you do anything in game this week?
Actually, it looks like they're correcting that word that you used in the chat room.
They are? Yeah. Penultimate. Yeah, next to last. It's the last before the last. They always use the word when they are like doing the version before they send it to the thing. So that's what I meant. Next to last. Yeah. So this is not the last. 300 is not the last show. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's the one before 300. Then we start over at 1 again or something.
I think you're using that wrong in the word terms.
Okay. I thought it was a pretty fun word myself. So you didn't know what it meant.
Hey,
so you believed me.
It is.
You
fun.
believed me. And Mama said I used it to mean the episode before 300. Like the last episode before 300 is what I was meaning. And yeah, not the last episode of the show. So that is not what I was using it to mean. No.
I know what kind of book you should get for Audible. Anyway.
Yeah, how to use big fancy PhD words? That word?
Uh-huh.
That book? Okay. Hey, what you been doing?
I have not been doing anything in game. I've actually been working really hard on a review for RPG Maker MV, which was really, really cool.
Cool.
And that's already up on the website and YouTube and ready to be watched. I'm not going to be able to get into game possibly until next week.
Oh. Okay.
So what did you do?
I played Fallout 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I very much intended to log into Lotro over Thanksgiving weekend because they had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and Thursday we played Fallout in the morning, and then we went to dinner, and then Friday we played Fallout all day, and then Saturday I went to the gym, and then Saturday afternoon I went and I played tabletop RPGs at a game store, and then Sunday we watched the football game and played Fallout all day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was a holiday too, so.
Yep. So it was
Yeah.
required. I am now at level 22. I was telling the chat room, but they didn't hear me.
Nope.
About having Curie as a companion, and she'll randomly eat noodles and do push-ups.
Yep. And you accidentally killed her.
No, you can't accidentally kill companions in Fallout 4 as long as they're your
I
active
thought only the
companion.
dog didn't die.
No, none of the companions die. They'll lay there and kind of shake and twitch, but none of the companions will actually die.
Oh.
And if you give them stim packs, you can watch them actually pull the stim pack out and stab themselves in the chest with it.
Oh, cool. Kind of like the movie The Rock.
Yeah, I probably. Yes. I actually like that movie.
Awesome.
Yes. Mama said he flirted with Curie. I did not choose that option. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. I'm still enjoying it very much.
You don't flirt with anybody in Fallout. I don't know why people do it. You're just gonna have nuclear-filled babies.
Well,
don't do it.
Well,
don't do it.
Yeah, but they have to give you flirties. So. I mean, they do it in Skyrim and they do it in everything else. So,
well, Skyrim's a little bit different. You just got to worry about dark magic or something. We're talking about mutants here.
Yeah, this is true. Everybody's a little mutated.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a downer.
Uh-huh. All right. So, moving on. So, tell me, what is RPG Maker MV?
RPG Maker MV is, if you remember playing any older RPGs like Final Fantasy or, Chrono Trigger or anything that was on Super Nintendo or later on PlayStation, the 2D ones.
Okay.
That is basically what this is. You can make your own kind of role-playing game with in that style, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And they're on version, let's see. They started off with RPG Maker 95.
Okay.
Then they went to 98, 2000, XP. They're naming them after Windows for a while. And then they switched over to VC something, VC Ace, and then MV. So this program's been getting updated for quite a while. And there are a lot of people making their own RPGs. They're writing cool stories. They're making I've seen a lot of role-playing games that were kind of written small and given as gifts to people.
Oh, cute.
So basically you make a game for your friend and you let them play through it. There are some people that are making some games for YouTubers for them to play on their channel. And, it's kind of like an ultimate fan thing, and it's really neat. It's gaining popularity. So it's kind of nice to see this program get updated. For the longest time, it was all of the versions were the older Super Nintendo style looking sprites in it, but they've updated it all the way up to the more detailed, bigger HD sprites.
Wow.
And it's a full package this time because you can instead of looking for resources from other games, there's options that you can do inside of this to actually change things to the way that you want them. Like you can actually go to the character creator and hit random, and it will randomly make a character with the sprites that they have. They have like 20 different hair bangs, 20 different hair backgrounds, the back of your hair, on your head, your scalp. There's like hundreds of different outfits and stuff that you can put on these characters, and it's all animated. You get your main character's face, you get the animation of them walking around, of them fighting, falling down, being defeated. You get all of that.
Oh, cool.
So it's really neat.
That sounds really fun. Did you make me an RPG for Christmas?
I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm actually making a MMO Reporter Network RPG with everybody in it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're going to be in a tavern, just letting you know.
Okay. Am I wearing pants?
How many patrons do we have?
Okay. You haven't asked me I told you what I did this week. We have 31.
Dodge that bullet.
Yeah, we have 31. So we have 31 of our favorite people who are helping us out on patreon.com/MMO Reporter. They are using their hard-earned money to help us out with some network costs, and we really, really do appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So we thank them very, very much. And I don't know, I'll have to look. I think we're due a song pretty soon. We'll have to see. I
think that we are. We're going to have to check with Chris on that.
Yep. So, all right. Well, that's pretty much we've been off the rails and what we've not done in Lotro. And yeah, we're moving on to the news. All right, we have 2 more servers that have been updated for transfer. Withywindle is now open, and so is Silverlode opened today, which was December 1st.
Withywindle?
Withywindle, yep.
Wow, I think that's the first time I've heard of that server.
No,
Withywindle.
I have heard of the server. Yep.
Awesome.
I don't think it was ever very big, but I could be completely wrong. But
could be one of the ones that was added on later on when free-to-play came in.
Yeah, because Crick Hollow, Withywindle, and there was another one. There's like 3 or 4 added in when free-to-play came in. Crick Hollow, I know for sure was added. Yeah. So, and then today they had a stress test number 3. So they basically turned on every festival that they could turn on concurrently.
Oh.
Because they didn't want everybody in Bree killing stuff or climbing things or falling off stuff. So they basically, because the last couple of things they were like, let's just put Soren and Bree, and the Balrog and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this time they wanted everybody to just kind of disperse. So they're like, let's just turn the festivals on and everybody can spread out across Middle Earth.
Okay.
I don't know how it went, but I do know that 17.1 was up. And Leonor, so I know you're not much of an alt-holic.
No way.
But if you could buy something in the store that would level your character to 95, would you do it?
I would then question Turbine on why I have to level 5 levels.
Probably to get your weapons up. WoW does this too. WoW will level you up to within 10 levels. So let me think. So when Draenor came out, they gave everybody that pre-ordered a level 90 and they had to go that 10 levels.
Mm-hmm.
So there's precedent for this in the industry. And I'm guessing it's got to do with the other thing we're going to talk about in a minute, but leveling up imbued weapons and leveling up getting jewelry and stuff, and you've got your 5 levels to do that.
Mm-hmm. That's probably also if you don't know the class that well, you could pretty much pick it up if you played any class for about an hour. You would be able to pick it up pretty easily. The classes in the game have been shrunk down and trimmed off to the point where you can pretty much pick up any class and play if you know if you've played an MMO before. So I can see why they would give this they would put you all the way up to 95. I have no problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
But considering if you're I don't know.
That 5 levels is really quick.
Is this for the person that is tired of leveling and just want to do the last 5 levels and then be done with their character? Or
So
is this...
The way they put this, it's called the Blessing of the Valar. Level your character to 95, catch up to your friends, and jump into the epic quest to help defend Gondor. So
yeah, well, we don't know if those people are going to do that.
Right, we don't.
So
and then
is this for the person that is tired of leveling and just wants to get their character over with? Or is this for the person that already has a character that's maxed out and wants to make another character fast?
No, I think this is for the person who's like, hey, they've got the White City in there. I want to see the White City.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do what to get there? Forget it. That's going to take me like 6 months to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And now with the level 95, you can just follow the epic storyline and not worry about it and see the whole thing. And, I think that's who this is for, is new players who are coming in and want to see all of the content, but don't want to take the time or have the time to level through 95 levels of content.
Mm-hmm.
8 years of content is basically what it was.
Right.
Those who've been playing since the beginning have had 8 years to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. So whenever I see something like this, I'm always kind of confused. Like, okay, well, what kind of player is this for then?
Yeah, and then there's an upgrade. So if you already have a character over level 51, you can use this upgrade to level to 95. That might be for characters who kind of got slogged down in the middle and just want to get to the end and see what's going on. Because, it's some pretty content up there. All right. And the one that I think will have many people screaming and jumping and thinking, about darn time, you can put crafting stations in your house now.
Wow.
Take care of your crafting while surrounded by your memories of adventure in Middle-earth. And if you're lucky like me and have a house that's like, a half a block down from the vault, you're not going to be too far away from getting your more mats and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Now we need to get an auction house and all of there, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, never have to leave.
Never have to leave.
David thinks Withywindle is probably EU, and I'm going to be inclined to believe him because that makes sense to me.
That makes sense to me too.
So, yeah, because they usually do a US and a EU one each week. So Withywindle, because I know Silverlode's the US one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and the there was a great large discussion on the forums the last couple of weeks with the hot fix about how they didn't fix creeps and PvMP, and they were very, very upset. And well, they're getting some love. So I think all of the patch notes that I saw were basically fixing, doing things to the creep side of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I missed
see a lot of that.
Yeah. So the creeps will be getting love. I am not a PvMP player, so I will not state an opinion, but I have a feeling not everyone will be happy because nobody ever is all happy with this.
No. As long as there's a chance to lose, nobody will ever be happy on either side.
Yep.
So that's just
that's
just how it is.
both sides won't be happy. One side will be happier than the other, but both sides will not be happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, there was an article that just went up like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and it's got like 19 pages of responses. And it's basically questioning whether or not the grind at level 100 is too much in Lotro nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't usually participate in said grind. Because I don't need the gold jewelry. I mean, I just need enough to not die while seeing the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you spend more time gearing up for raiding and PvMP and stuff. Do you think the level 100 grind is too much?
There hasn't been that much grinding that I have been doing. When they changed the instances to be single drop instead of group drop at the end, I haven't found... I really do not like that system, and I have not been in the newer instances yet because of that. but I read through this forum post and read a whole lot of posts throughout it, and I can see what they're getting at, but also this is something that they've asked for. First of all, I think it was about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I think a year ago, where Turbine was going to raise us up to level 100 and then raise us up to level 105. 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were going to be 110 by the end of 15 or 16, I thought.
Right. And this is when the forums really lit up and said that they don't want to level so quickly again. So Turbine decided, okay, well, we can go ahead and make sure that we don't raise the level cap, and what we need to do is we need to have something in place for people to do other than leveling. And I think their words were they can do that very cleverly or something like that. So they put in a few newer systems to grind stuff out and always have something for players to do.
Okay.
Now, this is where we're at right now. And I'll pick apart this the first person that posted here. I think this is the top one. Yes.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit crazy, and I think anybody that has played an MMO for a while is going to see the holes in this right away. They say, considering I have a real life and I play 3 hours during the week and 5 hours during the weekends.
Okay.
They're not getting all of their stuff. And they have 10 characters.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm seeing
when
the
I
hole
read
in
that
the logic.
Right. That is a huge hole in the logic here. I understand if you want to keep playing casually and focus on one character. I just want to explode on this topic, not this post, but on this topic. If you have 10 characters and something new comes out, you always pick your first couple characters that you like the most to get their stuff. Immediately. That's kind of like your main characters. Everybody kind of has that.
Yeah, you got your main, and then you
kind of trickle down a little bit from there. Okay. So if you have you have 10 characters and you ask not to level anymore and to give you more content, you're going to have too much content to do for each one of your characters.
Yeah. Well, and I have friends who raid in WoW. They have 4 or 5 characters. They have 2 raid ready characters they work on. 2.
Mm-hmm.
At the most, they have 2. And it's a all day Saturday event that they do, like all Saturday morning, and and then they've got to prep for it and all this stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I think there's, but like I said, I'm the kind of person that I don't need gold jewelry.
Right.
But
yeah, and there was a post that was a little bit further down as well, and this person pretty much summed it up in a few sentences. They said, "You don't need to max out your character all the way. It's an option. You don't have to do it. The people that really, want to max out their characters, then yeah, that's going to be a problem for them. But you don't have to. That's an option." He pointed out a whole bunch of different things. You can get some lower level things for your legacies, and there was some other things that he pointed out too. There was a nice little list that he gave, and he said, you're going to be awesome still at the end of the game. It's the thing is, because you can max out your character, you immediately want to max out every single character that you have. You don't have to. You don't have to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. You can skip the grind in order to do what you need.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And like I said before, there's always a few characters that you like the most.
Yep.
So those are your mains. There's probably at least, if somebody has 10 characters, they probably really like 3 and get those 3 done first. For whatever reason, it's probably because it's easier, or they're quicker to get a group, or whatever it is. And then they kind of just trickle down from there. Whenever they get them done, they get them done. This is somebody that barely plays.
Yeah, and I quite honestly, yeah, anybody who is playing, I mean, in my opinion, and I'm talking from somebody who would play 4 hours a night to level in Final Fantasy 14, and then like 12 hours on Saturdays. 8 hours a week is like not,
you're not going to, if you're trying to max out something, you're not going to get it.
You're not going to gear out one character at 8 hours a week, let alone. And I can't imagine that they honestly geared out a character at 8 hours a week over the last 8 years. I mean,
I
really,
think some of like the earlier things, with Lotro, you might have been able to when there were less systems to grind out. But because we're not leveling higher up, people still need something to do. And I think that they have a good system in place right now. Now, I haven't been through all of it, and I don't know how long it takes. But I do know that if I were playing every day, 6 to 7 hours like I was before, I would really like having something to do that entire time, even if I wasn't grinding it out every single day. It would have been really cool to know that I didn't have to go out and finish all the deeds in the world and set goals for myself to find things to do when I have cool things to do already to improve my character.
Yeah, let me tell you, it is much better to have way too much stuff to do than not enough stuff to do. Final Fantasy 14 version 1.0, when they were giving the stuff away for free, we would do the same quests 3 or 4 times a night to get the maximum XP for that. And I would sit there and I would hit a button on a spinning wheel for 6 hours straight because it wasn't an auto thing. You had to hit the button to get the best XP.
Yeah, I'm thinking of some older games I used to play too. They were just complete huge grinds, and I was pretty happy to do them. So I'm coming from another side of the fence though too. I really like to grind. I really like improving my character. I like those games that give you like a +2 in a stat, and you always are looking for the next item that will get you another +1 or +2, just a little bit more, and your character just gets better and better and better as long as you start putting more and more time into your character, because that's what it is. You're building up your character.
Yeah, and you're spending time or you're spending store money. I mean, that's what you're doing.
Money, yeah.
Yeah, I know. But hey, it is a free-to-play game. You do not have to pay a subscription for this. And the one that is a subscription, that's a US base, it's $15 a month, has a hideous grind. You have to grind to get there, and then you have to grind to get raid ready, and the whole game is a completely different thing
Right.
So
the people that are trying to max out your characters as best as you can, and you have a lot of characters, you gotta cut out some of your characters. You just have to. If you're going to max them out all the way up, you have to cut out some of your characters.
Yeah, and
just keep them as best geared as you can. Keep them, gear them up a little bit more. Who knows? This forum post may go viral, and they might change things.
He did say, this is the only reason I noticed this was because Freylorn did respond to it, and he says, thank you for your input. Basically, we are checking into this and and looking and seeing. Basically, it was like, that might have not been what we intended. So they might change some numbers and things like that.
Yeah, they might change things a little bit. I do think that it was a little bit before free-to-play, and I think a little bit after free-to-play, there were times where they lowered the experience that you need for levels.
Okay.
So you could get through the content faster. I really do think that they need to do that again.
Well, I know that when I first came on and was playing, they would have the double XP weekends and stuff, but then they got the little bar with the, but if you're level 100, I mean, but you've got your bank deck. What was that called? It's been so long since I've had a character that had it. But you know what I mean. You could like double your XP because you had the blue bar that was your XP bar and the yellow bar that was like the double XP. And as soon as the blue bar and the yellow bar matched, you went back to regular XP.
Yeah.
So, but before that, but when I was playing at the beginning, I never did, because at that time it would just build and build and build and build. And it would never, I never saw my XP bar without a yellow bar in front of it.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, rest XP, I guess, is maybe the word I'm looking for. But anyway, so I figured that would be an interesting discussion for today, because we come at this from two different directions. In that you need to have the biggest and the bestest stuffs and are willing to work for it, and I'm just happy to not die to a toad in level 100 areas.
Right, exactly. You know, you don't need a huge grind to keep you in the game. You play for fun.
Yeah, I play to see stuff and see story. I mean, I do. I play to see story. I play to see the stories, and I read quest text, and except when I'm done it 5 times. But yeah, so that's why Bingo Boffin is a hoot to me. I'm a few weeks behind. I've got to get in and finish that up. I'd left him outside of Rivendell, because it's fun to like read the story and figure out the quest, and I love the epic stories and stuff like that. So
I think that what this affects the most are the players that really love to max out their characters. And this is probably why they have so many of them as well, because they max out all their characters, and then they pretty much consider the game beat.
Okay.
Like they beat the game. It's their end goal. That's what they wanted to do. And it's the end. They can start a new character if they want to. They can go play another game if they want to. They can do, whatever the heck they want at that point. I think some people are getting kind of tired that point isn't coming anymore, or a lot further apart than it used to.
Okay.
Because I know there were a lot of people that, especially around Isengard, where they got a lot of their gear and they were done with it not long after.
And then they were complaining because there wasn't anything to do.
There was, why is Turbine not doing any more content? They should have came up with more content. This is an expansion. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why they're doing that. Well, now they're doing that, and now they're complaining that we have to keep playing to get our stuff. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, I and a handful of people who did the original Final Fantasy 14 and did every raid quest and everything in there can actually say we beat an MMO. Because we did every single solitary thing there was to do in that game.
Yep. That is a very rare thing to beat an MMO.
Yes. So we beat an MMO. But yeah, no, I will not beat it. Lotro. I will be, at most I would be done, or they'll turn the servers off, whichever comes first. Probably the servers off, because Middle Earth's pretty neat.
Yep. It's very cool. The game's huge now. Holy cow.
It is very huge. Yeah, I still haven't made it to the White City yet. I need to get in there and do that. But Fallout 4. And then I just saw that Final Fantasy 14 is giving 96 hours of so if you log in, you get to pick your 96 hours of playing for free.
Oh.
In December.
Wow.
So I'm like, I have a PlayStation 4 now.
Choices.
I know. Well, and the problem is and like this person who is upset about the grind, I am in the same boat as this person. I have a very finite amount of time I can play games. I cannot pick, and it's hard to, pick, do I do this game or that game? Because I've only got so much time to do that. So that's causing, some angst, and I haven't been able to get in other games that I will love. And my Steam list is humongous because I'm choosing to spend my time in a different game. So yeah, I can completely understand where you wouldn't feel like you're getting anywhere, when you only have a specifically finite amount of time to play a particular game. But if you have that finite amount of time, I really don't think you should expect to have 10 or even 2 or 3 characters raid ready, geared to the max within 6 hours a week of playing. Not going to happen. It's an MMO.
Yep.
So, all right. I think we've beat this horse enough. Should probably stick it back in the closet.
Bam.
Yeah. So, there wasn't anything in community, but I do have a call to our community. Our episode 300 show is next week. Please send your favorite memories. We will take MP3s, MP4s. Don't send carrier pigeons. The big warg likes to eat them, and it would be bad. Just the message won't make it. Don't send carrier pigeon. But send it to lotro.reporter@gmail.com, or you can send it to Carrie, Carrie, at MMOreporter.com. We would like to compile these and have these, Chris. And we also want you in the chat room next Tuesday night at 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 Eastern. That's server time. We're going to have Leonor. We're going to have Chris. We're going to have Bill and myself for sure live, and then we'll see what else fun stories and things we can come up with.
We'll see what else walks in the door.
Yeah, we'll see who else shows up. But for sure, those 4 people will be joining us. And I need to, my plan was the regular time at 7:30, so we'll shoot for that. And if nothing else, we'll be chatting in the chat room. So I don't know. Bill may have stuff that would make it. We'll check, but check the Twitters and stuff, and we'll let you guys know. But 7:30 is the plan.
All right.
So come out and join us, and we will have super fun.
We will have super fun, and that's going to be my last episode.
I know.
So I am moving on to other things, but I am not completely gone from anything.
All right.
I will be lingering.
No, I'm not touching it. Not like lutefisk.
That's another big word. Or is that a name?
It's Norwegian pickled fish.
If you're looking for a new PC, then check out doghousesystems.com and use the coupon code MMOReporter to get a 120 gigabyte solid state drive in addition to 1 terabyte drive that comes with their system. And if you want to look something up in an audiobook at any time, any of the words that you've heard today, you can go to audibletrial.com/MMOReporter to get 1 month free, and that'll give you 1 credit for 1 free book. Make it good.
Yeah. Like words for people. Yeah. So, all right. I guess I should tell people where they can get a hold of us, huh?
Hold on. You just said a book called Words for People?
Yeah, I don't know if there's such a book, but I think that'd be a pretty awesome book.
I'm going to look that up right now. Words for People book. Oh, you're looking it up too. Words for People.
I've got Words for People's Characteristics. That's what came up in Google. Character trait, descriptive adjectives, and other words. Positive personality adjectives.
Words of mouth marketing.
Words used to describe someone's personality, synonyms.
Okay, go ahead and give us the contact information.
All right, we will do that. You can email us at lotro.reporter@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at LotroReporter. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, and that is also another way you can get your episode 300, the Lotro Reporter memories to us. Just put a post on the Lotro Reporter Facebook page, and I'll pull it from there. You can also leave a voicemail if you don't want to send an MP3 file to 616-666-6778. I will remind Chris to check the voicemail machine. Check us out on YouTube, of course, at youtube.com/user/MMO Reporter Network. That's where Leonor's first report is up about the RPG Maker.
Mm-hmm.
You can also check us out at lotroreporter.com, and be sure to subscribe to us follow us on Twitch, subscribe to YouTube, follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/MMOReporter so you know when any of our shows go live. I do believe Chris has been streaming some alpha of some Crowfall. I'm sure they're very excited, very happy, and yelling a lot. I didn't get a chance to watch any, but I bet it was hilarious because I hear they're really bad.
Oh, boy.
They are admittedly in public on the internet have said how bad they are themselves. So I am just agreeing with them.
Okay.
All right. You can find me on Twitter at @TheCarrieMac. It's TheCrrimac. And they can find you on the interwebs where, Leonor?
They can follow me at Layanor, Layanor, on Tumblr, Google Plus, and Twitter. You can also check out my YouTube channel and check out my blog, Layanor's Mind. And my email, of course, which is Layanor at hellokitty.com.
Yep, it is.
I met somebody that knew me from the show, and they gave me a Hello Kitty candy cane.
I saw that picture. That was so cool. You met them in person?
Yes.
Oh, I was playing probably a little over a year ago now. I went to a Pathfinder Society game.
Mm-hmm.
Sat down at a table and was talking to a gentleman across the table from me. Turns out he played Lotro and he was in my guild. Wonderful.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I wouldn't want to meet anybody from my guild. I'd owe them money.
No, I didn't owe him money. Yeah, we were chatting and we were like, wait, you're in what? That's your character? This is my character. Yeah. And unfortunately I haven't had a chance to play in person with him since. He had a really interesting character concept. It was a dwarf who wore armor and cast spells, which if you know anything about RPGs means it's a little bit of a spell failure possibility. But it was, RP, so he was happy.
You guys didn't have any fun I need mats or borrow me any gold conversations?
No. Well, it's a Lonely Mountain band, so it's like, so have you played in any of the bands? Do you show up at any of the concerts? What do you do? That kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. All right, everybody. Well, this is the episode 299. Our next episode's 300. So we, as always, thank you for listening and downloading the podcast. And as always, we do hope to see you in game.